So you made it to part 3 of the video for reads and reps. In part 1, we discussed the read, and that included the skill that you need to be able to make the read with Junta Nakatani. Part 2 for you was the actual drill that you can do to acquire the skill that's necessary to be able to make the read. In part 3, we're going to go over the exercise that you need to strengthen and condition yourself to continually make the read and have the skill to make the read throughout the entirety of your fight, however long that is, whether it's 3 rounds if you're amateur, 3 rounds if you're a new pro, 4 rounds if you're a new pro, 6 round, 10 round, 12 round. No longer do 15 rounds anymore for you boxing fazants or historians, right? So this is the exercise for you. If you notice, we're in the weight room. I have no shoes on. You know how I'm an advocate on being able to feel your pressure points into the ground and where you should be pushing off to do complete exercises. So if you can be in a private gym where you have access to being barefoot without having to hurt yourself because you want to keep the main thing, if you drop a weight on your foot, you can't go ahead and box anymore. So obviously do it with safety protocols for you. But the exercise we're getting into is the Sumo Deadlift. You will see that the position for the Sumo Deadlift is very similar to the stance that you'll be in when you box. It's not going to be a big knee bend, but Junta, and if I switch southpaw for you guys, Junta has a very wide stance and a wide base. And in order to be able to be athletic from that stance, you have to be strong with this compound lift, which is predominantly a lower body movement, right? As a bonus for you guys, because you also know I'm a big advocate for complex training, which is the compound lift paired with a low-level plyometric. So I'm even, as a bonus, going to show you guys a low-level plyometric that I would decide. But for a disclaimer standpoint for you, we're not going to make the low-level plyometric boxing specific. We can, but I just also need you guys to understand that in order to do strength and conditioning, you don't have to be doing boxing specific movements. You don't have to be doing things that look like you're boxing. The idea is to be more athletic. The idea is to improve your movement pattern. So now when you work on the skill and the drill and the exercise and then your fuel, you understand, okay, this allows me just to make the read and I don't have to worry about anything else. So you're gonna look sideways from a Sumo Deadlift for you. I didn't put clips on, but I did load the bar already so we can be quick because I'm worried about the total length of the video and also your guys' time. But we're getting into a Sumo Deadlift. The major muscle group that we're using is your posterior chain, which is your lower body in the back. A little anterior chain is going to be used, and the anterior chain is your front and your thighs. But mainly for this, you're going to be working on your groin and your abductors, but then also your glutes as well, and a little bit of hamstring. But compound lifts incorporate a bunch of muscle groups, predominantly lower body, predominantly posterior chain. So I'm going to get through a couple for you. Why did I do 3? We're talking about rep ranges right now. You are an athlete, so we're not thinking about your physique. We're not thinking about your how you look as much as more so how you perform. So this is not a hypertrophy rep range, which means it's not a big muscle group rep range. If you're lagging in those muscle groups, then yeah, you will need to go ahead and do it. Which also lets you know this system should be foundational, but however, it should be catered to you. So if you want to eliminate some of the guesswork, I have a complete system for you that I can cater completely to you. Or if you just need the foundation system, I have that as well for you. But rep range for strength, you're going to stay around 3 to 5, and that's going to be close to your 1 rep max. And then now, like I talked about, we paired this for a set of 3, and then now we're going to get into that low-level plyometric. So if you notice here, this is going to help you move laterally. So laterally, if I look here for you, would be me going from here to here to here to here. But from the angle of how we box, if you notice, this kind of looks like I'm going forward and back, forward, back, forward, back. But realistically, it is a lateral movement for you. So that's why we're working on this muscle group. And so that's why we're doing the same thing from the low-level plyometric here. So we would do 3 with the Sumo Deadlift, and then we would get into that low-level plyometric, and we would start from the bottom, the easiest stimulus that we can get, which would be just slowly just moving side to side. Just working on being able to do this and what it feels like to incorporate the muscle group from there with this actual movement pattern. So we are going to side, but for you guys who understand boxing, it's more so a forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. So you would do 3 of those. You would maybe do 5 each way off the side to side. You will take about 90-second rest to 2-minute rest. So that way you have enough rest to go and get your strength in. You would do that for 3 sets. And because this is a lateral day, you would do that once a week. Once again, if you want to eliminate all the guesswork, I have that for you. But this is the exercise portion, part 3 of the video. First part's the read, the skill, the drill, the exercise. The next thing that we'll get into is the fuel, which is the nutrition for you. So I'll see y'all in that one.